So, how are you feeling about tonight?
Honestly, it's just excited. I mean, it's the same as like when the draw was made, and just like following your club, this kind of experience, this kind of trip is just everything that you want, really. So, literally just excited for the game. I think we've got a decent chance, but it should just be an incredible experience regardless, and just really looking forward to it.
Could you have imagined this day? I mean, you're wearing a shirt that reminds me of a certain era. Did you ever imagine you would be here today, seeing your team walk out at the San Siro?
I mean, it's something that everyone just dreamed of, but I don't think that, especially with the last few years, it's something that people would have necessarily thought was realistic. Yeah, like I said, it's honestly like there's been a lot of like reflection over the last couple of days about 2 years ago we're in the relegation zone, today we're going to the San Siro. So it's just incredible, and just looking forward to it, and fingers crossed we get a decent result. And
what have you made of the atmosphere around town? I don't know if you were out last night, but certainly even here you can see so many black and white shirts.
Yeah, so it's been pretty lively, I'd say. I was down by the canal yesterday, and obviously when it started to hammer it down, I think it just made everyone a bit more excited, and had the songs going louder, and obviously it's different. Just different songs and stuff in the street, so it was class, really.
Yeah. How do you think they'll get on tonight?
I'm not sure I'd go as far as confident, but I'm pretty hopeful that we can get a positive result. Obviously they had an awful result at the weekend, and we got a bit of confidence, so I think fingers crossed that we can keep that going into tonight, and at the minimum just get something so we don't start off the group stage with a loss.
And finally, I mean, how will you feel when you see them walk out and hearing that anthem first time in 20 years? It's going to be very special.
Yeah, I mean, it's a moment everyone's been thinking of, the moment where you just stood in the stands and then you hear the Champions League music go out. I've been lucky enough to experience it once before. I was at St James's when we beat Juventus 20
Amazing.
years ago, but I think being in the San Siro will make it just that extra bit special, so I'm just so excited for it.
Brilliant.
Yes, yeah. It's a good carnival atmosphere, and at the end of the day, that's all it's about. A carnival atmosphere.
Yeah.
A carnival atmosphere. We support Newcastle United. We follow them all over the world. It's not just supporting them in Newcastle.
Yeah.
It's going all over the world with them.
Yeah.
Those that can afford it.
Yeah.
And some that go into debt for it.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah,
did you have to get all different flights to get here?
Yes. We drove down from Newcastle to Gatwick, and then we got a flight from Gatwick to Turin, and then we got a train from Turin to Milan, and then we got the internal trams.
Okay, yeah.
Down to where we are today.
So it's been some journey.
It has, yes.
And just finally, quick prediction on tonight. Are you confident?
Yes, yeah. I think we're going to win 2-1. I think Anthony Gordon might score the winner for us.
Brilliant.
I hope anyway. But God willing, everybody stays safe. That's the most important thing. Yeah, and up in Newcastle United.
Yeah. Thanks for your time. Guys, how are you feeling about tonight? Amazing flag.
I'm just so excited. You know, first time in 20 years, Champions League. It's what dreams are made of, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
So far from a couple of years ago, pre-takeover. It's amazing. Eddie and the boys have done a fantastic job, and we cannot wait for tonight.
Yeah, and you're already giving Sandro Tonali a big welcome. How do you think he's going to get on tonight?
He'll be class. He'll be absolutely. He knows the place. He knows the club. He'll run the game. Absolutely run the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And
definitely, I agree. Honestly, I think it's just written in the stars for him to have a good game. And let's not forget as well, Botman. He was like linked with him, wasn't he?
Botman was
Milan.
linked.
So I think Botman and Tonali masterclass tonight, like.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be honest with you, obviously being realistic, I think if we get a point, that would be like the outstanding.
3 points, man.
3 points. 3 points.
It's 3 points tonight.
It's good to be confident, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And well, obviously if we did win, it would be unbelievable. But we've just got to get off to a good start, you know.
That's it.
Yeah. And what about your experience so far in Milan? It seems you're making yourself at home.
Beautiful city, fantastic people. Class.
I tried to get the canal last night, but I got in, the trams were off, so Geordie hospitality, man, I bumped into a couple of lads just outside the station here, went for a couple of pizzas and beers. I mean, Geordie's man all over the world were just class. And I bumped into Steve. I used to work with Steve.
We just
We just
on the
bumped into
metro.
each other down
We
there,
used to
man.
work with each other.
Unbelievable.
We bumped into each other on the
Small
metro.
world, innit?
Oh my God, yeah. And as you say, I mean, it's so special after 20 years. You know, you maybe didn't expect this one day. I mean, has it sunk in yet for you guys?
I don't think it will until the music's going tonight.
Yeah, the goosebumps will be going when the tune's going up.
Then it's real.
Yeah.
It's real then, I think.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, I hope you have a great time.
And you?
Cheers, mate.
Just a quick prediction on the game.
Oh, I'm going to go 2-1 Newcastle, back us to win.
And it's your first time in at the San Siro, I guess.
Yeah,
And
first time in Italy actually. It's,
your sort of generation, it's your first big taste of Europe.
yeah, no, I had a chance to go to all the home Europa League games back in 2012, but to actually be here now, going to away matches, it's incredible. It's so good being in Milan.
And what do you think? How do you think Newcastle fare? Haven't been in Champions League for 20 years now. It's a tough opener, isn't it? A bit of a baptism of fire.
It is. I did the Champions League just over 20 years ago, and so it's really pleasant. I didn't have grey hair then either. And it's going to be a real tough game. But I'm really looking forward to it. I think our style will suit us really well tonight.
Did you think, before the tail went through that, you would ever see these days again? Because it was looking pretty ominous for Newcastle under previous owners.
I think we went from year to year, and we always hoped, and we never really saw any light at the end of the tunnel until Amanda and the boys came along, and everything just changed.
Yeah. And just finally, I believe you've got Paul Weller in the bag as well.
Yeah, we managed to bag the tickets for Wella tomorrow night in Milan, so we're looking forward to that as well. But obviously tonight's the main night.
Yeah.
So
it could be
come
nice
on, Newcastle, let's get this 3.
Brilliant.
How are you feeling about today?
Today, I'm buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Win, lose or draw, as long as I give them a good game, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
20 years ago, my dad was in the San Siro, and now I'm reliving it. Won Milan, but I'm reliving it. I can't wait for this. I've been waiting for this my full life.
Yeah.
All the stories from my dad, up in the cathedral, it's going to be mint.
I mean, what has your dad told you, and has it already lived up to what he said?
Oh, he's told us also just how good it is, the atmosphere, the good times. It's just living up to it. I can't wait for the match later on.
Yeah, absolutely. And how was your journey over? Did you come over yesterday or today? Or?
Came over yesterday, had a bit of a delay, stuck on the runway for 2 hours with the storms in Germany.
Yeah.
But we finally got here, and it's just happy that it's a glorious day and that we're ready to hopefully get 3 points.
Yeah. Have you been?
AC Milan.
Yeah. Have you been down the canal?
Not yet. We're going to go get some food and then go later.
You're very sensible, pacing yourself.
Oh, of course. I've got to.
Yeah. And what about tonight? I mean, how are you feeling? As you say, win, lose or draw, it's just been amazing to get here.
Like I said, win, lose or draw, I'm going to love it either way. I can't wait to just continue the journey with the club. Continue just this amazing experience, really.
Yeah. Does it feel like the first of many of these occasions?
Oh, 100%. You know, everyone knows there's been a shift in the club, shift in the city. Everyone's just joyous. The city's buzzing. It's just mint. I love it.
Yeah, brilliant.